I don't know if y'all can hear me. We got interrupted. Karma means lessons. It just means things that need to be cleared before abundance comes in. Artha. Okay. Now, also, the opposite of karma is dharma, which just means good karma. Karma isn't bad, it just hasn't been purified. It's a lesson. It's a frequency, energy, vibration where one must experience either the same energy or the same circumstances and conditions upon which the karma was kind of like a debt, but it's not always like a thing that needs to be paid off. It's just a lesson that needs to be learned or a debt that needs to be paid off. Okay. What else is there? I'm getting this story, this narrative around love. So it's nothing particular. It's just like there's two divine beings that are chosen about. One might be ascended, one may be exalted, whatever, what have you. And there's people around them or energies around them. It's going to be different for different folks. So there's energy around them that may be embodied as people, may be embodied as energies, may be embodied as enemies, whatever, what have you. But one is very awakened, and the other one is just more of a muse. They have something about them. They're awakened maybe to themselves or to their skills or to the thing that's going to put them on the map, but they're not entirely like doing that divine mission work, if that makes any sense. Okay. And then the other one is like really in the mission work, but they're not really kind of with the love or aware of the love or on that. Does that make sense? So these people are inching closer together and they're in love with each other. They may not know or they may not have expressed it yet. That's the narrative that I'm getting. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I don't know why the universe wants to block us. And it's been happening all day. So I don't like that. Let me my tea before I start cursing. And I'm book solid today. So we have drinking the Kool-Aid, which means illusions, confusions. One person is stuck on stupid, one person's following their friends. Okay, I'm getting listens to others or disregards their own feelings, knowingly goes along with other people's plans and ideas without thinking of their own well-being. I followed blindly to what everybody else was telling me. They made me believe that our connection was not real and that it was just a waste of time. I know that was untrue or was my mistake. Magic muse, self-love. So, like I said, one person is there like a muse, they're waking up to who they are, what they're about. And the other person knows that they're a divine worker, but they're practicing self love of some kind of nature, some kind of energy, is what I'm getting. Okay. And then I keep hearing this song, the lyrics, I can't place them, but keep on talking to me. So, we need to keep going. Pardon me. Un momento, por favor. We're going to move the camera. Perdón, pardon, permiso. Excusez-moi. So I'm getting the energy where, excuse me, I had to just flying by the seat of the pants today, y'all. Thank you for bearing with me. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, so like they're soulmates, but one person is really unawakened to that fact or has recently woken to that fact, but they were kind of stuck on stupid for a moment. And I honestly feel like the other person, which is us, might not be willing to work towards the connection because there's not enough traction of some kind of. So it says acquiring knowledge, which is going to grow into soulmate. One person is watching, and the other person is lost in their spiritual practice. So we're the ones who are all, hippy dippy, trippy, stony, kinky, witchy, spiritual, and the other person is all like, three-dimensional or conventional or is doing the worldly thing right now. They haven't kind of left behind guided by sight, not by faith. They will listen to the words of others. They will go on mental judgment versus just following the heart kind of energy. So there was some kind of settling, and this is not quite manifest upon the earth yet, but drinking the Kool-Aid means that they settled into something more comfortable, something more known, something more legible, something more logical, like where they can make it out. It wasn't just a spiritual assessment, a spiritual judgment. And there is the combined energy of kind of ignoring the feelings, attempts to conceal their feelings and authentic intentions, feels powerless and may resort to lying to gain greater control over their environment. I do feel both of us did this, or both of these people did this. Because one person's going under free will, not divine will, and spiritual practice would mean you're going under divine will. And so it says here that we're under inner turmoil, doubting and questioning decisions, fights between the mind and the heart, feeling worried, conflicted, and agitated, and unhappy with life's choices. What I'm getting is that we took the spiritual route instead of the human route, where we should have just called out our feelings or called out our observation. Even it doesn't have to be emotions, but breaking barriers. I don't think this is a gay thing, but I did hear mentirosa, which means lies. So realizing the truth and understanding of what it needs to push forward with the connection. And there are some wordlessness. So if somebody's watching and is wordless, there's the combined energy of not being able to go with the flow. Words are jumbled and things are left unsaid, unable to speak or unwilling to say the truth, too much in their head, unable to express their emotions rationally. And then angel numbers. So as much as this other party is watching and waiting and living under their free will, they are aware, or they are being reminded, or they are being told, okay, and then ego driven. So I was getting the energy like we like somebody, but we're not getting enough from them in order to kind of push it along, or we may be in our feminine energy, so they might need to come more towards us and we actually yield towards them because we're doing this inner thing. So there wasn't like a false choice or a wrong move or a miscalculation, misinterpretation, and it's bringing out self-love, which is great. Spiritual practice was great, but there was some inner turmoil with this. The synchronicity here has made them kind of like have their gaze upon us. Somebody has their gaze on us, and we're aware. Oh, somebody has their gaze on us, and we're self-focused. So the connection is not being communicated, acknowledged externally, but it is there. And then, like I said, somebody was drinking the Kool-Aid. They did kind of get lost in drama or mired in conflict socially because we're going towards our intuition. We're working on all our spiritual gifts here with spiritual practice, Cancer, ego driven. We're self-focused right now. We're self-possessed, which is different than obsessed or absorbed. Self-possessed means self-guided, self-directed, and self-confident. So this is a critical juncture for the other party because for us, we're deeply connected to them. This is a connection that's spanned many lifetimes, but we might be taking them for granted. Takes the other for granted. Okay, what else is here? Stops learning from each other, stuck spiritually. Okay, well, we're working on spiritual practices here. Helps each other grow, not only as individuals, but also as spiritual beings. So this is both of us, helps each other grow. I think we're going to teach the other person filial love, which is like leicester, copulation, coitus. We're going to teach them self-love. They're going to teach us filial love. We're both going to help each other stand in our practice. We're taking them for granted, but they're taking us for granted in a different way. So we're both taking each other for granted, but in different ways. And then either the situation is making itself known that it needs to be saved with the fall, or this is going to circle back around in the fall. I don't do public readings that are not astrological based more than 90 days out in advance. I work 88 days to 88 days, retrograde to retrograde. So this has to be, especially since it's crowning, because see here under the deck is divine feminine. So one of us, I think, is in a waiting, holding pattern. And fall would talk about the harvest time. It would talk about things that need to be preserved. It would talk about things that are winding down. It would talk about things that, yeah, militare here. So there needs to be some cunning, some strategy here. Yeah, okay, because this other person's in a holding pattern. They're stuck and they need help. With the sacerdote here, prigione means they're stuck. It means prison, but it just could mean stuck, stagnant, lukewarm, placid, tepid, in a holding pattern. And they're stuck in love. They're in a prison of love. Allegrezza al cuore, joy of the heart. Okay, sacerdote, the priest, l'amica. So this is somebody that has access to us and they need friendly advice. But they're getting friendly advice from somebody that might have some personal agenda. Because as they go towards this person of advice, they get stuck. Consigliere. Yeah, so somebody gave them advice and it got them stuck on, yeah, and it came right back. So they sought advice from somebody in an official capacity that, yeah, that actually wants this person. So our person, whoever we're connected to, went to somebody for advice or they followed stupid advice. That's why it's called drinking the Kool-Aid with this illusion. Deliranti here, delirium. You know, they got the wrong advice from a person that's actually in love with them or actually wanted to be with them. What they don't understand is that if they tune into their spirituality, they'll be rerouted back to us because their heart and our heart is actually making, our hearts are already in union. And the ancestors are trying to bless this as well. What would be that? Excuse me. Perdón. Yeah. L'amante. So we're lovers. We're lovers, 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 lovers. We're all like sexy for each other or not really randy for each other, but we are in a situation where our hearts are open, but our affections have not been expressed to each other. And if they have, it hasn't been mutually expressed to each other. So one person's declared their feelings, the other person might not have yet. And the situation is maturing in the background. It's actually already ripened. Okay. So they're waiting on a private moment like that because something is matured with the butterflies come out of the cocoon, especially with the vecchia signore, the older woman. So that's what I'm getting. Una grazia. So they just need one more chance, one more moment. They just need somebody here needs one more moment. Okay, so I just saw two eyes meeting each other, and one person like nodded their head in agreement, like yes, yes. Um, so it's not going to take much more. And then the other one I'm hearing, keep on talking. It's a song, keep on talking to me. Okay, so yeah, because they had some illusion, confusion. The image wasn't clear. There was something here that was plain as day, but it couldn't be seen clearly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody should have said something. Why don't you say something? Say something, say something. Why don't you do something? Well, because they had to explore the depths of their soul, dark night of the soul, with these unsent messages. So we're mirroring each other with our BS, okay? Intuition. So there was something here where both of us know what's up, okay? Both of us know what's up. And one's gonna balance and the other one is, okay, this is me. So I know this is our side over here for sure. It's always going to be though. Okay, and the other one is coming around to it. Remorseful through actionable change, wants to undo the wrongs and do right by us. Understanding what they put in, they get out, karmic justice. Okay, La giustizia, sì, grazia. Okay, and then new beginning. So we're not going to be the chaser here if we're the divine feminine, but there's a message here. We need to let go of our issues and work through our struggles by recognizing what went wrong and how we played a part. I love you too much to let you go. Let's start anew. Okay, homie, but listen, homie, you got to tell me how you feel. If you don't express your feelings for me and give me consistent and stable affection, adoration, I gotta go. That's what I need to secure my attachment. I am not worried about the money. I'm not even worried about what that dick do. I need to know how you feel about me. I need you to be consistent with that. That's for me how I secure my connection. Now, listen, I'm not everybody, and I wasn't born with a uterus. So you tell me what you need, and it might be rhetorical. You put it in the show notes if you want, or the comments if you want. But that's what I'm getting. Um, Fresh start with an open mind, knowing where you lacked in the past, and using that to create success, allowing yourself to accept changes that might bring good things to you. Like for me personally, I'm just going to say 50% of attraction is the other party expressing desire. Okay. The reinvention. Somebody, the other party is coming around. They're turning around. Patience. So we needed to wait for this other person to come online. And honestly, I'm hearing that they came undone, but we're going through inner turmoil. Oh, but that, never mind. It was bombastic. They had to get in a little bit of trouble in order to have a wake up call. But we're fragmented as well. So our heart's a little broken. Um, Significant drama and trauma in the past, irrational, unexplained fears, checking out in certain situations, overreacts to seemingly small problems, difficult differences. So there's not the confidence here that we can work this out. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay, but somebody did seize on this relationship. Something was exploited, or there was some kind of lack of caution, and it almost died, but it was the devil. And luckily, I know myself, God comes in every week and sweeps the devil away. So if the devil got a stronghold on Monday, by the time Thursday rolls around, the devil's out. Okay. That's just for me. And I'm a light worker. So it would be for you as well if you have a steady spiritual practice. So blessing. So this other person was controlled, manipulated because they have a blessing on their hand. And we were clear about this connection. So we actually might have said something, but right now it's not together. It's somebody tried to seize on our love, steal our love away. Yeah, jealous people. And then this other person is desperado. They don't want to see us get with somebody else. Falsita. So we need to understand that there's something here we need to learn to protect. If we don't get to a cunning, strategic, truthful space in terms of our mind or intellect or reasoning communication, we're gonna lose out. This love's gonna be buried with them. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Il vedovo. So it means the widower. Yeah, amalato. So there is an issue here. There's an issue here. Two first, la falsita with amalato means that it's a stagnancy. There's an issue that needs to be addressed, and or there's a position that needs to be taken and held. And what I'm detecting is that we need to acknowledge the connection for what it is, or we're going to lose it. Oopsie. Yeah, so the Lord wants us to give this a try because there's an awakening here, and if we quit, we're rejecting a spiritual upgrade. And it will come back around if we're doing light work, but if we're just healing and healing and healing and we're not doing light work in this lifetime, this is going to be a lesson. But if we are doing light work, this connection is going to circle back around at least one more time. anesthesia. Yeah, so there was a little jealous third party that didn't want, they trapped our person. This is our person. This is the third party. This is the divinity of the situation. Lord of the house, power of the house, what's at the door? What's at the door is the other person. They're trapped. They were allured or tricked into victimization. And we're sitting there relaxed. So we're focused, we're self-focused, like I said. We're self-focused, self-possessed, and we have the medicine that this person needs, but we're not as accessible to this person as we maybe should be. I just heard mato. So this is the fool card, and it is number 22, but I just heard mato, which is il mato is the fool. Yeah, so we're bay. We should be bayed up with this person because there's a lot to build in the future. There's like so much, but the power over the situation right now is bullying. There's gossip about us, and there's a little bit of unwillingness to move forward because of the other people are involved in the connection. You see all those faces around, there's eyes on us. And see, we have the strength and stamina to overcome, but we might need to do that in collaboration with whomever we're connected to. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so yeah, there's something here to salvage, and it is entered into the timeline. But again, there is energies are mounting up so much so that even if there wasn't any type of intentional abracadabra hocus pocus, there could be such a strong energy of collective gossip, collective hatery, collective jealousy, then it might as well be a magical spell. Especially right now, we're around the full moon time. That's the worst time to have a collective enemies know what your plans are. Now, this is something that we don't want to lose out on. I'm going to say it, going to say it. Esperato per gelosia. Yeah, somebody's desperate and the other one's jealous. Or somebody is desperate and there's jealousy around. Oh, I need to do an unboxing. It's time. Now, we do have past lifetime connections, but I think we were siblings. And I'm hearing the word lesbiana, so maybe sisters, or maybe both of us are in our feminine energy. I took a shower and then got dressed and I didn't dry off really quickly, so my body's complaining. Okay, so in the next few weeks, in the near future, this other person needs to let go, and it's up to us. So uh, there's abundance here at the gate. L'abundanza. Yeah, so this person might also be looking at other options, but they're going to realize quickly that we're not an option, we're a choice. And we, on our side, we do need to kind of get in a better energy because they're going to try to compromise, or they're going to try to make it work one more time. And it says on our end, no need to worry, but I do think we need to get in better energy. I think since we're going to be doing the light work, this other side needs to do that as well, or they need to let go. Because there's more information here for us, but yeah, I don't know how these cards came out. So there's a missing piece of information here that'll give a very big success to the situation because they're at a no. Now, whether they think that it is a no, or that we've said no, there's going to be a peaceful resolution. I think they feel rejected already, or they perceive that the answer for them is no, but get more information and then it says no again. So they have decided no because when they asked for help, they were told no. Somebody might have told them not to pursue us because they asked for help from others. Like I just said, I think somebody told them not to pursue us, and we need to forgive that. If I know there was ever rejection, it completely turns me off. Myself personally, but I'm not you, boo. Tell me what you need. Okay, so La Bonanza. Um, this is a very favorable, very fortunate. And if we want them, we shouldn't stop. We should just keep on speaking our mind, our feelings, or just keep on showing up or whatever. Just look for a sign. So it wasn't the right time for whatever reason. And that's on their side, but we need to remain positive, whatever that means, whatever that looks like, whatever that's about, and then trust. Okay, so this is going to come in, pull through, come through, but it might have been waylaid for some kind of particular reason. What that reason is, I don't know. Where is my lover's deck? I'm a Yeah, keep on talking to me, keep on walking towards me. Separation. So they're wanting, hoping, wishing, praying, yearning, and they're conjuring up. If we're seeing signs, they're trying to conjure us up. Let your friends help. So we need to go out and socialize, and we might run into them, or we need to be around others. What we shouldn't do is isolate, and that's what I was hearing. We're kind of fine without people around, and that's not the thing to do right now because there's a little bit of pep in our step or joyful spirit we need in our nature. And then they have some kind of conventional thinking, even if it's not religious, or they might be following policy, procedure, and protocol. There's a red flag here. So something needs to be addressed, is what a red flag means. Because they're trusting maybe the wrong place, or they're trusting their intuition, they're trusting their choice, because I'm getting that we're not playful enough. And they probably had planned to discuss this if we were ever going to be alone together. But we didn't give them that time alone, is what I'm getting. So they have a little bit of faith left, a little bit of strength left, a little bit of fight left in them, but they're not going to go the distance now because they're under the impression that the love isn't true. That's not true. That's not true. We've been placed in a union already from the divine. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege and the pleasure to do so. If anything I said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review because session says a donation. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. We're aware you have other viewing options, so thank you for making us one of yours. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Sayonara, Avidazane, Das Vidanya, Arrivederci, Au revoir, Adios.